Adam Lerner, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about some different options for using a dual monitor setup when you're editing in Lightroom. I can say that I've been using a dual monitor setup for a very long time, and it really helps in so many ways. It's probably it's kind of an amazing thing. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the really great features that you can use with a dual monitor setup. Right now, I'm actually recording the two monitors with my new iPhone 4S. I wanted to take advantage of the HD recording capabilities, and the application that I use for doing the recordings of the stuff that I do in Lightroom does not support recording of two monitors, or if it does, I certainly don't know how to do that. So anyway, what I have here is that I've got these 4 images from a photo shoot I did for iZod of some tennis wares, Champions Tennis, this new tennis wear product that they're launching, and these were shot on mannequins in the studio, as you can see. Now, what I've done is I've selected one image from each different scenario, from each different mannequin that were dressed, and I have them in survey mode in my monitor here on the left. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to look at each individual image, but all together. So therefore, if I wanted to deliver these images to the client, I could see, okay, this one has, you know, this one's a little bit lighter, this one's a little bit darker, this one's maybe warmer, this one's a little bit cooler. And the neat thing about that is that I can go in and I can select each individual image and I can edit them in my main window and see how they relate to each other in the survey mode. So the really cool thing is, like, for example, this guy right here, he's got kind of like maybe a magenta hue, okay? So I'm going to select him. He's going to be in my main window here, and I'm just going to bring the magenta down. And I can see, as I'm doing this in the survey mode, how that relates to the other images. So the idea here is to try to edit this image to look more in line with the other images. I think maybe he needs a little bit of fill light. So I'm going to add a little bit of fill light like that. And I'm going to just continue to edit the image over here in my main window, but I'm going to look at it in the survey window because I want the two to match. I want the images to match up, in that I want all these 4 images to be as closely matched up as possible. So essentially, I guess it's a really, good tool for doing color correcting as well, because that way you can make certain that all of your images kind of have a similar look and a similar feel. And the cool thing is that I just select them in one window. This is my edit window, and I look at them in the survey window just to see how they relate to each other. And I'm just going to have a little bit more of a play with this over here. And let's see, we'll go over to this guy. This guy looks a little bit green. Let's see, maybe we'll just add a little bit of warmth to that. So these images are fairly edited. Now he looks a little bit cool, so I'm just going to bring up the color temperature. As much as I would have liked to have just copied the settings and synchronized the settings between all of these different images, because they have slightly different temperatures, I have to go in and do this manually, which is not necessarily a big deal. It just means that I need some way to be able to see these images all in a succession so that I can tell, okay, are they close? Are they not close? Which one needs, more warmth? Which one is too cool, etc., etc. So this is a really cool feature. And, when you have 2 monitors, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can use your second monitor for grid mode, so that you can see the entire balance of your images in one screen, and then you can just use your primary monitor for editing. There's just a multitude of different things to do, but what I really like to do is this survey mode, where you basically take your selects, the ones that are all going to relate in a set, you put them in survey mode in one monitor, and in the other monitor is where you're going to be doing your editing, so that all of the edits that you're doing while you're doing them live are going to be seen in the adjacent monitor in a succession with the other images that you've shot. And that way you can deliver them all, and have them have a very similar look, specifically if they're of one particular type of project. So I hope that that helps some of you guys out there, particularly those of you guys who have a second monitor. Maybe you have a second monitor laying around that you haven't hooked up. Maybe you were thinking about using a second monitor. I can say that I use mine all the time, and it's really super helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, or email adamlernerphoto@gmail.com. That's it for now, and we'll see you soon.